years, the Toyota Hilux was unattainable for most. It was only limited to companies and certain individuals. But that has all changed in the past 2 years. A couple of years ago, we saw the Adventure lineup launch here in the United Arab Emirates with the 4-litre V6, and well, we all really loved it, especially here. I really enjoyed that car. But now, they've come back and they brought the GR Sport version to the region. So I'm going to show you everything that you need to know about the Toyota Hilux GR Sports. Now, before we get started, I want to just tell you a quick thing here about dubizzle cars, because if you're looking to buy this car in particular, we can help you get a car loan. That's right here at the dubizzle cars facility, we can help you get a car loan on any car that is 11 years or newer. And installment rates start from 12 months all the way up to 60 months. So if you're looking for a car loan to buy your next car, let us know here at dubizzle cars. Now, let's have a look at the exterior here of the GR Sport. First of all, what is GR Sport? Well, GR Sport is this badge right here, this black and red one. But no, it actually means something. It's called Gazoo Racing, which is Toyota's performance arm, or better yet, their racing division as such. Now, what they've done here is they've slapped a lovely body kit on the legendary Hilux, because of course, these cars actually compete in the Dakar Rally that takes place in Saudi Arabia, just a couple of thousand kilometers down the road. But let's talk about this car. It is very, very muscular, especially when we look at it from the front. The front grille isn't, say, as bold as the Land Cruiser grille, but there is the imprinted Toyota lettering. We do have a nice front view camera here just underneath it as well, but it's a very masculine front end. It does look very good. We move on to the headlights here. We have the daytime LED running lights with some other LEDs here as well. Very nicely fitted inside here, and they flank either side of the grille to perfection. We've got fog lights underneath, plus parking sensors as well. So it's a really big upgrade here for the Hilux. As we move further down, we can see essences of this sort of wider body kit that they've added here with these blackened fenders here on both the front and the back here as well, across the arches. Now, of course, this one isn't the adventure trim, so you're not getting the off-road tires, but it is an optional extra. So this one kind of has street tires. So we also have on each corner is the 18-inch alloys. Now, these are actually exclusive to the GR Sport, and they're quite a nice finish. They're not exactly black. They're sort of a metallic dark gray, but they do look rather nice. And of course, you've got the red brake calipers behind here that are GR branded. But of course, that is not the only thing here, because on the GR Sport, Toyota have retuned the suspension for a comfier ride. Now, I don't think if we can actually see down there, I'm going to try my best to look in here. Yep, there's suspension there, but of course it is retweaked for this exact model. Further along the back, we have these kind of graphics here on the side. They don't add much. It doesn't add 5 horsepower or anything like that. It just looks nice, doesn't it? But as we come towards the back, this is where the Hilux really comes into its element, because of course the Hilux is a pickup, and it's a very tough pickup indeed. Many have tried to destroy them, but they seem to go on forever. It will probably outlast your children at some point, but these things are magnificent. Of course, it's very sturdy, and of course we've got plastic cladding down here as well to protect all these bits here when you're applying heavy loads. You've got a rear view camera built in just underneath here, plus rear parking sensors. But aside from that, that's really what the GR Sport adds. It also adds this kind of plastic bit here, sort of acts as a support bar, but it does actually specifically say somewhere in here that you're not supposed to be using it as that. It's more of a decoration piece, but it does look very nice finished in black. Now, let's check out what the inside of the cabin has to offer here of the GR Sport. So let me show you the second row first. Now this, of course, is a 3-seater. There are 3 seat belts, plus there's one here. You see there in the middle. But if you don't have 3 seats here, sorry, if you don't have 3 people in the back here, you have the option of bringing out the armrest here with the 2 cup holders. Now, features are quite basic back here. You've only got the rear AC vents here. It'd be nice if we had some more somewhere else, like maybe up in the roof. But the material here is quite nice. So we've got a mix of leather, and then we've got this kind of, I don't want to say it's Alcantara, but it's not suede either. It is perforated, but it's not cool. But it is a very nice touch here with these 2 combinations here. We do, interesting enough, have a handbag hook here for you to put your valuables in there. Not sure why you want that in a Hilux, but it's there. It's a nice little touch. Now, let's have a look in the front. So we're inside now the front end of the Toyota Hilux GR Sport, and I've got to say I'm very impressed with the car inside. Now, when the first thing you think of when you say, oh, Hilux, you think of a utility truck. You think of something that's on a building site. It's going to be uncomfortable. There's going to be no nice features anywhere at all. No, these seats are really comfortable. They are bucket seats, you can see here. They're the mix again of sort of leather and then this sort of strange material that kind of feels like Alcantara. But it's so comfortable. Even for someone of my size, I feel very comfortable inside here. But let's talk about something different. Let's talk about the GR Sport logo here, and the lovely red stitching and the red accents, of course, that you see everywhere to signify that you're inside of a GR Sport. The steering wheel has it with a 12 o'clock stripe at the top. We do have more of these red flashes around as well. As we said, we've got it here as well on the starter motor, which is again cool. It even says GR, stop, start. Here in front of me, I've got 2 gauges, but they're analog. And then I have a digital screen in the middle, which is a TFT screen. It's okay, and it shows me what I need to know, but it'd be nicer with a little bit more high definition. But it does show me important things like fuel economy, how fast I'm going, etc., etc. I look over here to the right, and the center stack here is the sort of media interface here. It's not tilted over to the left here, so it'd be nice if I just have to quickly glance at this, but no, I have to physically look to the right here. Again, it has some great features. It has Bluetooth, it has all the fuel economy ratings here as well. It's got the phone, plus a number of applications. Then below that, we have the climate control, which again is automatic and it is digital as well. But the coolest feature that I found about this thing is we've got 2 inputs down here. One is an aux input and one is a USB. However, if you forget your charger at home or you just don't have the connector, it actually comes with a wireless phone charger, which is a very nice touch inside of a Hilux. But before we go, and before we move on to the engine actually, we have these 2 massive buttons here next to the gear lever. And that's because they play a very important role to what is under the engine there. It's because one says Eco and the other says PWR. Let's start with Eco because it's easy to understand. Eco, of course, puts the car in a fuel economical mode and basically switches like that. It's absolutely incredible. And then we have PWR, which of course stands for power, which gives you a higher output and the engine works a little bit more compared to the Eco button. Now, let's have a look at what's under the bonnet. Now that we're under the bonnet, we can have a look of what the Hilux is powered by. And in the center here is the V6. It's a 4-litre because unfortunately with the GR Sport, we don't get the 2.7. No, that is for the lower trims. No, there's only the V6 that is available. It has around 235 horsepower, 325 newton meters of torque, which is not bad, but it's connected to a 6-speed automatic that of course powers all 4 wheels. Now, in terms of fuel economy, it does 10.5 litres per 100 kilometers driven. Now, that does sound pretty bad, but when you think about this, there is obviously a lot of air rushing underneath the car. It is somewhat aerodynamic, plus you have the bed open. That's not that bad, to be honest. The fuel tank is a little small, I'll be honest, because when driving around for the last couple of days, it keeps telling me that I've got anywhere between 480 to about 450 from a full tank. That means I'm gonna have to fill up a little bit more than I'd like to. But however, considering it is the V6, it isn't that bad. And now for the most important question that you've been asking yourself. How much does this all cost? It's a great question. Now, you see, it's very interesting, the Hilux story here in the United Arab Emirates, if you want to buy one. And that is because there are a number of vehicles that you can buy in different variations. Sorry, I had to do that. There are a number of different vehicles that you can get in a number of varieties. Now, there is the 2.7 and then there's the 4.0. Now, the 2.7 is strictly limited to construction sites and people that own businesses here. As expatriates, we can only buy this, the 4-litre version. And this one starts at about 148,000 dirhams-ish, which sounds like a little bit of money, doesn't it? Actually, no, it sounds like a lot of money if I'm honest. However, there are a number of features on this GR Sport that make it worth it. For example, it has a 360 camera up front. It has plenty of good features. The fuel economy is pretty good as well. It's got a 6-speed automatic, plus it's very heavy duty. If you need to do anything utilitarian or you need to move something or anything like that, the bed provides ample space. The only thing I wish it would have is a sunroof, but then why do I want a pickup truck that is used for utility reasons and have a sunroof? I guess I could put wood through the sunroof, I guess. I could put it there. But I want to know what you think about this Hilux. Do you think the Hilux is worth it? Do you think we should have had a more tuned version of the GR Sport and not just a suspension, maybe a radically different engine? Let me know in the comment section below.